Hello, welcome to Life Skills with Mr. K. Last time we worked on brushing the floors. This week we're going to be working on how to wash and dry dishes by hand. And I know some of you will say that that's the job of a dishwasher, but there's always going to be times we need to wash a dish by hand. So let's get started. Okay, so to begin with, I thought we'd go through what we might need. So you need some washing up liquid, a sponge, a cloth, and a tea towel to dry. So one thing that I've noticed when I teach this lesson is people use far too much washing up liquid when washing the dishes. So what I found really beneficial is to use a Dishmatic. Okay, so it's easy to use. You just put the washing up liquid in at the top, and it just slowly dispenses it through as you're washing the dishes to save you wasting the whole bottle. Okay, let's get started. So, there are two ways to get started. We can either have the water constantly flowing, however that wastes a lot of water, or we can fill the sink up with nice soapy water and use that until it gets too dirty. So that's what we're going to do today, just to be environmental friendly. So you want to put the plug into the sink to make sure the water doesn't escape. You put a generous helping, but not too much, of washing up liquid. And then you want to put the taps on to a temperature that you find appropriate, hot enough, but not hot enough to burn your hands, but hot enough to wash the dishes, and to fill up to a good level, like so. Perfect. So what you want to do now is just check how hot it is, because I would recommend, if you're doing lots of washing up or if you're using really hot water, to use rubber gloves, not oven gloves. Don't use oven gloves. Okay, so have a quick test. Yeah, nice and warm. And this is where we bring in the dishes. So the dishes that we're going to be washing today is a glass, a mug, and a bit of cutlery, a plastic bowl, a ceramic bowl, and a sharp knife. Okay, so what you have to be really careful with is, with the sharp knives, don't put them into the soapy water, because what will happen then is you won't be able to see where it is, and when you put your hands in there, you're at risk of cutting yourself. So leave that to the side until you're going to wash it straight away. Okay, some of these dishes have food that is dried on top. So this is where I'd say my top tip is to wash your dishes straight away. And if you forget to wash them straight away, or if you can't be bothered, make sure you leave them to soak, because that'll make the job so much easier. So I'm going to put them in now, just for a little bit, to make the job a lot easier. Okay, let's get started with the washing up. So, we're going to grab our first thing that we need to wash. We've got our mug. As you look inside, it's got all coffee left in it. So, what I see far too much is people get their mugs or their cups and they pour water in and pour it out. Pour water in, pour it out, and think, yeah, that's clean enough, and leave it to drain. But if you look inside, there's still coffee residue. I don't want to drink out of that mug. I don't think you would either. So we're going to do a proper clean now. So this way you need your sponge. Make sure it's nice and soapy and nice clean water. Go around the edges, around the handle, and then make sure you get right in and get all the surfaces, all the edges on the inside. Okay, then give it a quick rinse, get all the soap off and leave it to drain. But don't drain it face up, because all the water will pool in the middle. Make sure you put it upside down, like so. Okay, so that's the first thing washed. Next, it's like the worst lucky dip going. It's a bowl, a plate. Okay, I want to make sure you get all the surfaces, again with your soapy sponge. All the edges. Okay. Some things will have stains on though, so don't worry too much about getting them out. Again, leave it to drain so that everything can, all the soap can fall off. Okay, next, we've got a glass. What you need to be careful of here is glasses can break very easily. So, be very gentle around the edges, okay, and into the bottom, okay, just like so. Again, quick rinse, get all the soap off, and upside down to drain. So we've left these dishes to soak a little bit longer because they were left overnight, which we have to try not to do. Okay, so these need an extra long scrub. And remember, you always have to check to make sure they're clean. So I've given it a scrub. Oh, there's still dirt there. Okay, give it a rinse. Okay, check for yourself. Check the front, check the back. Is it clean? Yeah, okay. If it wasn't clean, you go back, you wash it again, you check again. Don't just do a quick wipe and put it down. Okay. We've got a plate. Again, front, edges, back in the nice soapy water. Quick rinse. And let it dry. Check if there's anything else. Ooh, our cutlery. Make sure you get every edge. Make sure you check. Rinse. Leave to dry. Okay. Scrub. Check. Left to dry. Okay. Now we need to remember to go back for our sharps. So we've got our sharp knife. Be very careful to stay away from the sharp edge. I'm going to give it a quick clean on both sides, on the handle, which leads us perfectly to drying up. Okay, so the last thing we washed was the sharp knife, and I really advise with the sharps to dry them and put them away straight away, just to make sure you're as safe as possible. So dry the handle, be very careful and put it straight away. Okay, all the dishes are washed, dried and away. Okay, the next step is to drain the sink, but this is a challenge that I want to set for you. Before you drain the sink, go round, ask anyone who lives with you if they have anything that they need washing and give a helping hand. Great. So, we've still got suds in the sink, so we just want to clear the sink. So this way we bring our cloth out and just give a quick wipe round. Get rid of the suds as much as we possibly can. Okay, and under the draining rack as well. Make sure your kitchen's as clean as can be. Everyone very proud of you. I'm sure my wife would be proud of me. Okay, voila. So, now what you need to do is put all your equipment away. So we've got our washed up liquid, our sponge, and our cloth. Thank you for joining me for another video of Life Skills from Mr. K. Hope you've really benefited from that, learning how to wash and dry dishes. Parents, please make them use those skills at home as much as you possibly can for their benefit. If you want any worksheets or activities to go with it, I've put them in my link below on my blog. Please like and subscribe to the video so you can see any future videos coming up. And yes, a dishwasher video will be coming out soon. Thank you very much for watching.